So we can do Shift on Dare, hit on the base, hit Control plus, lock it in. And I'll kind of show you this visually. So let's go to shading, and let's say all these words are, red. Which is what they'll look like once they're printed. I'll show you some tricks here. But, say it looks something like this. Those are actually because they're different objects, right? But when we're joining them together, we want it to do something like this. So, we have two separate objects. So I'm clicking on Dare, and then I'll shift click onto the base, and then do Control plus and add it together. Now it's one mesh. It's actually one object. If we go into wireframe, these have essentially joined together, and that's what we want because we want it to be watertight. So you want to do all that. You can always bring back the color by going to your little square within a square brackets here, and instead of this being bounds, you could switch it back to textured. But as long as you will get some artifacting because everything's right on top of each other. But that's what's going on in the background. And we can leave that on. Maybe solid. That still does it. Let's do textured. That way you can kind of see the nice depth and texture here. And I'm actually going to take both of our dares and drop them down ever so slightly. And I'll show you why here. So let's go into here. And I want these to be just ever so slightly, maybe even half of what the truth ones are. Because I want to be able to, well, no. Yeah, maybe we do like half of it. That's going to let us do different colors when we go to 3D print this. So Dare is a little bit smaller, and that's just because we want to do different colors, and it'll make truth a little bit more pronounced, all in all. So now we've got this one's connected. We want this one. Shift click on the base. Oop. Add those together. Take truth. Shift click on the base. Add those together. Take this truth. Hold shift on the base. Shift click on the base. And then add those together. And there you go. Now we've got all these different looks, or now we've made that into one solid mesh. One thing that I do want to change is I want to show you what it will look like when we go to 3D print this. So instead of bounds, I'm going to do textured. In truth, we'll do textured. Boom. But for Dare, let's make a new one. Let's scratch that. Let's do a new material. And it's going to be, we'll just say black. Just keep it simple. And now we can turn it to textured. There we go. And go to this one. And change it from red to black. So essentially, that's what we could make this look like when we go to 3D print it. Let's go to our look. Oh yeah, nice. Maybe increase the suns. Let's just do 10. There we go. So we get some nice shadows here. If we want to rotate our little spinner here. Whee! So that's cool. We can even make that maybe a little smaller. Maybe we just do a small spinner. That way it doesn't get hit by our textures here. You know how they're pumping up real there. And let's bring it up a little bit. So the next thing that we're going to do is just put a little washer in there. Go ahead and save where we are.